and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another episode of IWC Aftershock. I'm your host, Justin Plummer, coming to you once again from the beautiful corporate headquarters of the International Wrestling Cartel. Now, this episode, we're going to be taking a look back at Cage Fury 2012, and, well, why wait? Let's just dive right into the action, and let's look at what the night was all about, because we had two steel cage matches. Now, while the competitors in those matches were too beat up to speak with us, and while the matches were just too violent to show right here on this show, if you want to see them, go to IWCWrestling.com and pick up the DVD. I was able to get some footage from Sorgatron Media, throw something together, and give you some highlights from those two steel cage matches. Let's take a look. So folks, there you can see the main highlight from those cage matches. The Heavy Metal Jesus Logan Shulo picking up the victory over Big League John McChesney and successfully defending his IWC World Heavyweight title. And now some breaking news that we just got word of earlier today. Logan Shulo will be in West Virginia on September 30th. Because at Mountain State Madness 3, he'll be defending his World Heavyweight title once again. But this time it will be against the Founding Father's own, Dennis Gregory. Now, those cage matches weren't the only exciting thing from Cage Fury, because the IWC witnessed the homecoming, the return of their own, and TNA X Division champion, Zema Ion. I was able to catch up with Zema after his homecoming. Let's take a look at what he had to say. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Plummer here with IWC Aftershock, and I'm standing next to a man who made his homecoming to the IWC tonight, Zema Ion. Now, Zema, tonight you got a big win over Anthony Nese, a man that you have a storied past with. Oh, yeah. But when you made your return to the IWC, the fan reaction was incredible. Standing ovation chants. How did it feel to come back home?
Honestly, I didn't even know that I had a standing ovation tonight. I think I was just overwhelmed and excited to be back home, to be back in the IWC, to be back in Pittsburgh. Because it's been a long time, and absence makes the heart grow fonder. And I think the fans, they were happy to see me finally return. And for me, I was happy to finally return as well. So it was a great night, it was a great homecoming, and hopefully it's not too long before I'm back again.
No, we certainly hope not. And speaking of coming back, speaking of homecomings, the IWC is heading to Newell, West Virginia, Sunday, September 30th. Very close to your hometown. You want to talk about a real homecoming? Hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah, Mountain State Madness, Newell, West Virginia, which is less than 5 minutes from where I grew up in Chester, West Virginia. And I haven't been back in that area in a long time as well, so it's definitely a real homecoming. Hopefully a lot of people that I grew up with will be there. Hopefully my family will be there. So if you have a hot friend, hot girlfriend, hot sister, hot mother, hot grandmother, bring them all to Newell September 30th for Mountain State Madness, because it's going to be a party. Zima Ion returns to West Virginia, so let's do this.
All right, Zima, on behalf of everybody in the IWC, I want to welcome you back.
Thank you.
Until we see you again, keep going out there, keep making us proud. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
So it's certainly great to see Zema back in the IWC, but as he talked about his real homecoming, Mountain State Madness 3 in West Virginia, well, it's official. We're going to have Zema Ion versus Sanjay Dutt in what's sure to be an insane match. Now, later in the night, we had some interesting developments because Jimmy Nuts made his debut in the IWC a few months ago, and he continued his quest to become a full-time member of the promotion at Cage Fury. Well, unfortunately, he teamed with Aiden Vale, and they picked up the loss when an injured Aiden Vale took the pinfall. And we witnessed a shocking turn of events as Jimmy Nuts turned on his longtime friend Aiden Vale. I was able to catch up with Jimmy following this match to get inside his head and find out why he did what he did. Folks, I'm in the locker room with Jimmy Nuts. Jimmy, I gotta ask, tonight you turned your back on a friend of yours that we've seen from around the area, Aiden Vale. You had a 6-man tag match. Afterwards, you kind of lost your cool. Can you explain yourself?
Lost my cool.
Yeah.
Turned my back on a friend.
That's what happened just a few moments ago.
Yeah, okay. Oh, all right. Maybe you don't realize what you just said. Do you know the past between me and Aiden Vale? Not here. At another place? Right down the road? No. Well, let me fill you in, IWC world. You see, me and Aiden Vale have quite the history. We've been tag team champions at other places. And when the going got tough and Aiden lost our titles, Aiden left me. He left us. Aiden went to bigger and better things. Aiden came to IWC. You know what else Aiden did? Aiden turned his back on me! Aiden Vale turned his back on me. Not only did he stop showing up as my tag team partner, the phone call stopped, the text messaging stopped, the Facebook chatting stopped, the friendship ceased to be. So when you come into this locker room and say that I turned my back on a friend, it kind of irritates me.
Let me just apologize.
No. Let me explain. Aiden, I know you're going to watch this, and I want you to know that I'm completely justified in everything I did tonight. I got here on my own terms. I had to answer an open challenge to get into IWC because you wouldn't give me a little bit of a, leeway to get in. So that's fine, because now I'm here. And Aiden, you know I'm here. Aiden. Remember me? Your friend that you've forsaken.
All right, Jimmy, I got to tell you, actually, right before I came in here, and don't shoot the messenger, but I just talked to Chuck Roberts. He wanted me to let you know that right here at Court Time Sports Center, no excuses, October 20th, you're actually booked in a match versus Aiden Vale. If you win that match, you got a contract, you're a full-time IWC employee. But if you lose that match, you're out the door, you're gone forever. What do you have to say? Are you ready for that?
The fact of the matter is, Aiden, not only do I want that IWC contract, not only do I want to show everyone, you and your spiffy tie, that I belong here, Aiden, I want your blood on my hands.
All right, folks. Jimmy Nuts, Aiden Vale, October 20th at No Excuses. Be here at IWC. Be here at Court Time Sports Center. It's going to be intense. So it looks like we're going to find out on October 20th whether Jimmy Nuts can earn a spot permanently on the IWC roster or whether he'll be sent packing for good. Now, it wasn't all doom and gloom at Cage Fury. There were a lot of celebrations. It was almost as if there was a full moon that night. But let's take a look at the first, because Sami Callihan had his first successful Super Indy Title defense when he beat Rich Swann. Let's take a look at Sami Callihan's aftermath. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Plummer here, and we just concluded Cage Fury 2012. We saw so much action, but gee,
Out of the way, Plummer. Always. Why? I know you're about to
we
talk
meet again.
every time. Why do we
While
do
you're
like
here.
this? Why don't you
Keep
plan?
it going.
Why don't you plan one time that we meet, then we can actually do an interview that was actually planned to happen?
you're all
instead of me
over
just
the place.
running up on
Because
stuff.
you're a wild man.
And I'm the IWC Super Indy Champion. Say it.
IWC Super Indy Champion.
Me.
Good? Perfect. Well, tonight you had your first ever Super Indy Title defense, successful against Rich Swann. You want to tell us a little bit about that match and how you came out on top?
All around the world, same song. All around the world, same song. Good song, Digital Underground. Look it up. Me and Rich Swann traveled all over the world together. One of my best friends in my entire life. Man, I had to destroy you. You stepped up, you tried to play some games, goof around like always, and what happened? I dropped you on your head. So this should prove if you're my friend, if you're my enemy, when this belt's on the line, dun dun dun, I'll do anything to keep it.
But Sammy, okay, your first defense was successful.
One more time. Dun dun dun, Super Indy Champion. I love it. I love saying it.
I know.
Dun dun dun.
And it's a beautiful belt, but September 30th, Sunday in Newell, West Virginia. You're gonna defend that title one more time.
I ain't acting. I am scary. Sami Callihan equals scary. Sami Callihan equals dun dun dun, Super Indy Champion. Wrong place, wrong time. You want a shot at this? You can have one. It's probably gonna have a bad ending for you. Me breaking your leg and walking out the Super Indy Champion. Da da da, champion. Say it one more time.
Champion.
The whole thing. The whole thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your IWC dun, dun, dun,
Super Indy Champion. Bam!
Well, it's easy to see that Sami Callihan was excited about his victory, but he did have some harsh words for his future opponent, his future challenger for the Super Indy title. Now, at the time of the interview, we didn't know who that would be, but we have since found out that he will be defending his title at Mountain State Madness 3 in a Super Indy rematch against Ricky Shane Page. Now, we did have one more title match that night. It was for the tag team titles. We saw the one-nighters lose those belts to the men who've claimed to come back to save IWC's tag team division. It was the team of Hentai and Dennis Gregory, the founding fathers. And we even saw the return of Jimmy Vegas. And I was able to catch up with these gentlemen during their celebration of their big win. And it's easy to see they were having a good night.
I told you.
Yeah!
I feel super hentai!
Yeah! With your IWC Tag Team Champions, the Founding Fathers, gentlemen, I guess congratulations is in store.
You're damn right it is!
No kidding, no kidding.
Tell him,
Look,
Soup!
that's right, check it out, check it out. Our first tag match, the Founding Fathers. Look what we come home with.
We never lost those titles.
Yeah,
we
that's
never
right.
lost them.
That's right. And you know what? You know what? The gang's back together. And you see what happens when the gang comes back together? Oh, hell breaks loose. As a matter of fact, tell him, Benny.
I'm gonna tell him! Because listen, the Founding Fathers never lost them! What is this new garbage, Plummer? We never lost them! We always had them! We're back! We're in the saddle again, baby! Founding Fathers!
And Vegas,
It's time to party!
Yeah.
Can you feel that, mister? Can you feel that? Woo! Yeah!
Vegas, you got to be especially excited. Your first night back in the IWC from a little bit of time off.
Plummer.
And the titles are already back in the hands of the Founding
Plummer,
Fathers.
how the do you think I feel?
You can't say that on the show, Vegas. You can't say
Maybe I
that.
can't say that.
You can't say that.
What, am I getting
Can you
fined
rephrase
again?
it?
Am I getting fined again?
Rephrase it a little.
Maybe taking off some shows?
No, I mean,
You. I'm gonna say what I want to say. How about that?
no.
New leather smell.
It's got that new chip. Let me ask you something. What can I say on this fine TV show of yours?
I
Can I
think
say
no.
They look good. You know what?
No.
At first I wasn't happy. Oh, man.
Can you just?
how about the vampire?
You know what?
I don't know.
Anal?
Fine. Fine.
That was nice.
Look at me now, Mom! Top of the world, baby! Top of the world! Belts. Listen, let's take this party somewhere else. This party train's pulling out of the station. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new tag team champions.
Not new steals! Woo! Yeah!
Just let me apologize for that and let's move on. Big news of the night. A huge match between the Party Peacock Dalton Castle and Ray Rowe. We saw a huge contrast of styles, but we saw one of the better matches of the year. And what was really intriguing about this one is the winner, would get a guaranteed title shot October 20th at No Excuses. Let's take a look at who that man was. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the locker room of Dalton Castle. He was supposed to meet me here not too long ago, but he's actually just...
What just done? Don't put me down! You had to have saw that! Your Justin!
Privates are touching your
You
head!
had to have seen that!
What? You're...
Number one contender! I wanted to make this place my home, and it now is! I love IWC!
Dalton, you're right. You alluded to it right there. The new...
Looney Tune?
Alluded to.
Yeah, okay.
The new #1 contender for the IWC World Heavyweight title.
Sounds
or
good.
at least a guaranteed title shot October 20th, right here, back at Court Time Sports Center. No excuses. Now, it's your first ever heavyweight title match here in the IWC. Do you have a strategy or a plan?
Well, I'll remain lifting heavyweights for the heavyweight title. That fits. I'll spend a lot of time in the ab chair, but to capture the title, to actually take it home and make it mine, I've got a real special plan. I can't tell you in front of them.
Them?
Yeah, we gotta be alone.
That's the whole point.
Why don't we... No. Come with me, Justin. Yeah, this'll work. I'll tell you later. Yeah. Get in there. I'll tell you over a nice steam.
Oh, warm it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta take this call.
Ah! Dalton! Hey, Dalton! Open this thing! Dalton! Dalton!
Justin! What the heck are you doing in there? It's hot! You okay? Oh, we were talking about the... But never mind. October 20th, IWC, it doesn't matter who's the champion. Because Dalton Castle is coming full force. Talons out, feathers ruffled. October 20th, this world's gonna see how high this peacock can fly. Ah! I'll get you a water.
Well, you can see Dalton Castle at it again, and you can say what you want about the guy, but the fact of the matter is he has a guaranteed title shot at No Excuses on October 20th. Now, after something like that, I think it's time to just end the show. Let's get out of here. But before we do, I want to urge you, head on over to IWCWrestling.com, check out the DVD for Cage Fury if you weren't there, or even if you were there. Pick up the DVD. It's been one of our best shows in quite some time. And while you're at the website, check it out because there are even more matches announced for Mountain State Madness 3 on September 30th. Folks, it's time to get out of here. I'm Justin Plummer, and as always, if you're still with us, you just survived the Aftershock.
Come and get it when I spit it. I'm the best to rip it, best to whip it. Yeah, that's a P on a fitted. On a mission to get in and flip your team, I'm winning. Whiskey sipping, I'm sick of the being every sentence. Sicker than
It is a special Escape the Cage Weapons Cage match.
on the track, I be writing it. Conscious, I be fighting it. Kick, snare, boom, bap, long